Funk overdrive. Maximum speed. Let's go. Let's go. I push this to the limit every session. Funk overdrive, learning every lesson that the iron has to teach. Maximum speed, funk overdrive, giving what I need. To the process, to the bar, to the grind. Funk overdrive, clearing my mind of everything except the rep in front. Funk overdrive, always at the front. Overdrive engaged, maximum output. Funk overdrive, no doubt. Funk overdrive, push it to the red. Funk overdrive, everything I said I would do today, I'm doing right now. Funk overdrive, showing them how to operate at maximum capacity. Funk overdrive, with audacity I push past every limit, every day. Funk overdrive, funk overdrive, all the way. The engine of my discipline never cools. Funk overdrive, breaking all the rules of comfortable, of average, of the same. Funk overdrive, playing my own game. It's speeds they haven't seen from someone like me. Funk overdrive, finally free of every version that was holding back. Funk overdrive, staying on track. Red line reached, going further. Funk overdrive, never surrender. Funk overdrive, push it to the red. Funk overdrive, everything I said I would do today, I'm doing right now. Funk overdrive, showing them how to operate at maximum capacity. Funk overdrive, with audacity I push past every limit, every day. Funk overdrive, all the way. Red line, overdrive, funk alive now. Funk overdrive, still running. Funk overdrive, still coming.
The cold doesn't care about your feelings, neither does the bar. January minus 10 outside. I walk to the gym, nobody inside. The owner unlocked it and looked at me strange. Another one of those operating out of range of what normal people do with their mornings. Russian winter funk, no warnings. The cold and the iron and the dark. Russian winter, leaving every mark. They stayed warm, I stayed hungry. Russian winter, never empty. Russian winter made me what I am. Not the summer, not the Instagram. The cold, the dark, the sessions nobody saw. Russian winter, that's the only law. I follow, show up when it's hardest to. Russian winter builds the one who's true to the process when the process isn't pretty. Russian winter, no pity, no pity. February, same routine, same body. Russian winter doesn't care how far you've come or how much it hurts today. Russian winter only asks you to stay, committed to the version you're becoming. Russian winter always coming back to the cold that builds the thing that summer shows, but winter made the king. They hibernated, I kept training. Russian winter, no complaining. Russian winter made me what I am. Not the summer, not the Instagram, the cold, the dark, the sessions nobody saw. Russian winter, that's the only love I follow. Show up when it's hardest to. Russian winter builds the one who's true to the process when the process isn't pretty. Russian winter, no pity, no pity. The people who go soft in winter show up soft in spring. Russian winter funk is why I do this thing. In the dark, in the cold, in the quiet. Russian winter makes you pop. January, February, March. The cold built this, summer just shows it.
Drift king, in control, always. I control the drift of my own discipline. Drift king, never ever giving in to the pull of comfort, pull of rest. Drift king, always giving best, controlling every slide and every turn. Drift king, it's the only way to learn. Mastery of the process and the grind. Drift king, peace of mind. Control the drift on the slide. Drift king, take the ride. Drift king, feel the control. Drift king, taking the toll of every corner that they said I missed. Drift king, giving every rep like this, precise and powerful and always in control. Drift king, that's the role of someone who has mastered what they do. Drift king, that's who. The drift king doesn't panic in the slide. Drift king, staying deep inside the zone of discipline and calculated force. Drift king, always staying the course through every corner, every challenge, every turn. Drift king, continuing to learn the mastery of what the body can do. Drift king, always coming through. Control slide, perfect line. Drift king, every time. Drift king, feel the control. Drift king, taking the toll of every corner that they said I missed. Drift king, living every rep like this, precise and powerful and always in control. Drift king, that's the role of someone who has mastered what they do. Drift king, that's who's slide. Control. Drift king, on the roll. Nah. Drift king, still sliding. Drift king, still riding. In control. You can't see the engine. You can only see the results. haven't seen him yet.
Of sessions, nobody attended. 3 years of goals, nobody commended. 3 years of waking up and going anyway. Dark engine running every single day. In the background, in the quiet, in the dark. Dark engine, leaving every mark on the body that was changing underneath. Dark engine, nothing on my sleeve.
They saw nothing. 3 years building.
Dark engine kept revving. And then one day they looked and asked what changed. Dark engine operating in the range of compound interest of the long game played. Dark engine, every deposit made in secret, every session in the dark. Dark engine finally showing the mark. 3 years of showing up unseen. Dark engine was always everything it seemed. The engine doesn't need to grab the run. Dark engine there before the sun comes up, there after the last one leaves. Dark engine doing as it pleases in the absence of validation and the noise. Dark engine want the few joys. Is the engine running clean and true? Dark engine,
Me and you. Internal, invisible.
dark engine, invincible. And then one day they looked and asked what changed. Dark engine operating in the range of compound interest of the long game played. Dark engine, every deposit made in secret, every session in the dark. Dark engine finally showing the mark of 3 years of showing up unseen. Dark engine
Was always everything it seemed. Nobody sees the train. Everybody sees a body.
dark engine
Running since before you noticed. Dark engine has been building you a story. 3 years unseen. Dark engine. Now they see what the engine built. The comfortable life is always calling. Funk devil, answer with iron. The devil of comfort sits on my shoulder, whispering that the session can wait until I'm older, until tomorrow, until the mood is right. Funk devil on the other side says fight. Past the whisper, past the snooze, past the excuse. Funk devil, I refuse to let the comfortable voice win today. Funk devil, keeping it away. Comfort calls, discipline answers. Funk devil chooses which dancer. Funk devil is the voice I chose to listen to, not the one that says tomorrow will do. The funk devil in me wants station on the other, the bed and the warmth. Funk devil helps me weather every storm of comfort. The morning tries to sell. Funk devil, I know this story well. The ones who choose the comfort choose to stay. Funk devil, I choose the other way. Comforter iron, soft or strong. Funk devil knew all along which one I choose. Funk devil is the voice I chose to listen to, not the one that says tomorrow will do. The funk devil in me wants the iron, not the sofa, not the silence, not the lion. In the warmth of what I used to be. Funk devil fighting to be free of the version that was soft and satisfied. Funk devil, that version already died. The comfortable life will always be there. Funk devil says the iron won't wait. Choose your morning, choose your future. Funk devil, choose your fate.
Pre-workout kicked in 10 minutes ago. Everything is electric. Fingers tingling, jaw clenching slightly. Funk voltage, everything feels lightly electric. Like the air before a storm. Funk voltage, this is the new norm of how a session starts. The charge, the hum, funk voltage. Here it comes, the moment when the warm-up stops pretending. Funk voltage, the real work is pending. The voltage peaks, the weight feels light. Funk voltage, tonight's the night. I can move the world tonight. Funk voltage, everything feels right. Everything in large. The voltage doesn't last forever though. Funk voltage, 30 minutes in the glow of maximum capacity before funk voltage starts to slowly pour out of the session into fatigue. Funk voltage, out of that league of feeling superhuman, back to real. Funk voltage, what the body feels. It is the voltage. While it's here, funk voltage disappear into the world. I can move the world tonight. Funk voltage, everything feels right. The weight that stopped me last week. Funk voltage, now it's weak. Against the version of me standing here. Funk voltage, crystal clear about what the body can do when it's charged. Funk voltage, everything in large. 30 minutes of feeling unstoppable. Funk voltage, that window is optional, but the work done inside it is permanent. Funk voltage, use the current while it flows. The voltage, the voltage fades, the session ends. Funk voltage did his work, the gains remain.
11:47 p.m. The gym closes at midnight. 12 minutes. Let's go. Let's go. The fluorescent light flickers once at 11. Midnight funk, far from heaven. At the early morning session, this is late. Midnight funk, everything feels great. Heavy and tired and slightly wrong. Midnight funk, but I belong here in the last 12 minutes of the day. Midnight funk, that's the way. 12 minutes left, make them count. Midnight funk, no doubt. Last set of the last exercise. Midnight funk, no compromise on form, even when the body's done. Midnight funk, the hardest reps, the one you're doing. Every signal says to stop. Midnight funk, still at the top of the standard I set for myself tonight. Midnight funk, last rep. Fight, fight. Chairs up on the tables. Midnight funk, still able to get one more set before they close the door. Midnight funk, what the late ones are for. The ones who couldn't come at 6 or 7. Midnight funk, making 11:47 work for what they need. Midnight funk, planting every seed. The lights are dimming, one more set. Midnight funk, no regret. Last exercise. Midnight funk, no compromise on form, even when the body's done. Midnight funk, the hardest reps, the one you're doing. Every signal says to stop. Midnight funk, still at the top of the standard I set for myself tonight. Midnight funk, last rep. Fight, 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 fight. 11:59. Bar goes back. Midnight funk walks out into the cold. Another day, another session. Midnight funk, getting old. Enough to know this is worth it. See you tomorrow.
Nobody posted about it. Nobody knows. That's the point. I deleted the fitness at 3 months ago. Funk silence, tired of the show of checking in and looking in the feed. Funk silence, all I need is the bar and the weight and the honest count in my head. Funk silence, the amount of work that gets done when nobody's watching. Funk silence, that's worth something. No audience, no performance. Funk silence, pure ordinance. Funk silence, the rap still happened. Funk silence, nothing needs to be captioned or shared or validated by a stranger. Funk silence, the danger of needing others to confirm your work. Funk silence, the biggest quirk of this generation, needing to be seen. Funk silence, the unseen rap means everything. Means everything. I know someone who posts every session. Funk silence, learning every lesson from the comments about whether it was good. Funk silence, I understood that root once. The dopamine of approval. Funk silence, the removal of the audience was the best decision. Funk silence, pure precision. The bar doesn't care if you post it. Funk silence, the body shows it. Eventually. Funk silence, the reps still happen. Funk silence, nothing needs to be captioned or shared or validated by a stranger.
afraid of the heavy weight. Now the heavyweight is afraid of me. There's a weight I remember from 2 years back. Funk nightmare, staring at the rack, thinking there's no way, not today, not ever. Funk nightmare, I was clever enough to try anyway, failed, tried again. Funk nightmare, and again, and then one morning it moved, barely then it flew. Funk nightmare, that weight is warm up now. The nightmare was not trying. Funk nightmare, no denying what you become when you face it. Funk nightmare, I became the thing I was afraid of in the beginning. Funk nightmare, the weight I feared. Funk nightmare has completely cleared to make room for the weight above it. Funk nightmare, and I love it, the way the fear becomes familiar then. Funk nightmare becomes warm up again. Warm up again. Everything I'm afraid of now, funk nightmare I'm figuring out, is just tomorrow's warm up in disguise. Funk nightmare opening my eyes to the fact that fear is just a preview. Funk nightmare of what you'll do in 6 months when it feels like nothing special. Funk nightmare turns to pedestals. Fear today, familiar tomorrow. Funk nightmare, no more sorrow. Just warm up. Funk nightmare, I became the thing I was afraid of in the beginning. Funk nightmare, the weight I feared. Funk nightmare has completely cleared to make room for the weight above it. Funk nightmare, and I love it, the way the fear becomes familiar then. Funk nightmare becomes warm up again. The nightmare is never the weight. The nightmare is never trying. Funk nightmare is waking up 10 years from now and still being exactly who you are today. Funk nightmare, that's the real fear. Go train. 2 years ago, I was afraid of this weight. Today, it's my warm up. Funk nightmare. What's next? Everyone wants the results. Nobody wants the 2 years. Funk Mercury, both. Day one, I couldn't do a single pull-up. Funk Mercury, had to build it up. From jumping from the band, from the eagle death. Funk Mercury, swallowing every breath of humility that came with being a beginner. Funk Mercury, nobody's a winner on day one. Everybody starts at zero. Funk Mercury, that's where you find your hero. Day one is ugly, day one is honest. Funk Mercury, day one's a promise. Funk Mercury, the long game is the only game. Funk Mercury, nothing stays the same when you show up for 2 years without quitting. Funk Mercury, the body starts fitting
The version of itself you had in mind.
Funk Mercury,
Patience is the find.
of someone who was willing to be bad at it. Funk
enough to be good at it.
Day 700 and something lost count. Funk Mercury. Just another amount of sessions added to the total. Unremarkable. Funk Mercury. Everything is manageable. That used to break me, now it's Tuesday's warm up. Funk Mercury. The long game's reward up. Ahead is unrecognizable progress. Funk Mercury. Day one was the promise. 700 days looks like overnight. Funk Mercury. That's the slight of the long game. Funk Mercury.
The long game is the only game.
Funk Mercury.
Nothing stays the same.
When you show up for 2 years without quitting. Funk Mercury. The body starts fitting.
The version of itself you had in mind.
Funk Mercury.
Patience is the fine.
Of someone who was willing to be bad at it. Funk Mercury.
Long enough to be good at it.
The internet shows you the 2-year body. Funk Mercury. Not the 2 years. Be willing to be bad at something.
Long enough to be good at it.
Funk Mercury. That's all it is. Funk Mercury. That's all it is. Day one, ugly and honest. Funk Mercury.
Keep the promise.
Show up tomorrow and the day after. Mercury. The long game wins.
Six weeks out, injury. Thought it was over. Funk storm. It wasn't. Six weeks. So watching other people train. Funk storm. Sitting with the pain of being the one who had to sit it out. Funk storm. Learning what it's about when the thing you built your identity around. Funk storm. Disappears in the ground. Beneath you isn't what it was before. Funk storm. What are you without the floor? 6 weeks of quiet. 6 weeks of questions. Funk storm. Hard lessons. Funk storm. Came back different. Funk storm. 6 weeks of listening to the body and the mind without the noise. Funk storm. Found a different poise in the rebuilding and the slow return. Funk storm. Had a lot to learn about the person underneath the weight. Funk storm. Came back with different plates. First session back was embarrassingly light. Funk storm. Everything felt tight and foreign and reduced and far from where funk storm I used to be. But there was something underneath the loss that waited. Funk storm that never dissipated. The foundation that the years had built. Funk storm came back without the guilt. The comeback starts. Embarrassingly small. Funk storm, but it starts at all. Funk storm came back different. Funk storm. 6 weeks of listening to the body and the mind without the noise. Funk storm. Found a different poise in the rebuilding and the slow return. Funk storm. Had a lot to learn about the person underneath the weights. Funk storm. Came back with different plates. The injury took 6 weeks. Funk storm took it back in 4 months. Better than before. Funk storm. Setbacks are just setups for the comeback. Believe it. Believe it. 6 weeks out, felt like forever.
music today. Just the bar and the weight and honesty. Took the earphones out for one session. Cold funk, learning every lesson. From what the body says when nothing's playing. Cold funk without the soundtrack staying between me and the honest truth of where I am. Cold funk, dropping every sham of hiding behind the playlist and the beat. Cold funk, face the honest heat. No music, just a breath. Cold funk, just a rep. Cold funk, the body really says when the music stops, it's different in ways. The bass drop covers up and hides. Cold funk, without the rise of artificial energy and the drive. Cold funk, barely staying alive in the session. Honest about the fatigue. Cold funk, honest, out of the league. Some days the music is a mess. Cold funk. I had to ask myself whether the playlist was helping or performing, whether I was shelving the honest conversation with the body. Cold funk, nothing shoddy about sitting with the quiet truth. Cold funk, that's the proof. Strip it back, hear the truth. Cold funk, that's the proof of where you are. Cold funk, the body really says when the music stops, it's different in ways. The bass drop covers up and hides. Cold funk, without the rise of artificial energy and drive. Cold funk, barely staying alive in the session. Honest about the fatigue. Cold funk, honest, out of the league. Sometimes the most honest session is a quiet one. Cold funk, no soundtrack, just you and the weight and the truth of exactly where you are. Cold funk, that's enough. No music, just the word. Cold funk, that's enough. Today. Bad day. Perfect. Let's go. Bad day. Perfect. Let's go. The meeting went wrong and I drove straight here. Funk fury. Everything unclear about the rest of it, but this is simple. Funk fury. Every rapid dimple pressing to the armor I'm constructing. Funk fury. Always reconstructing from the material of every bad day. Funk fury. That's the way. Bad day coming in, good session coming out. Funk fury. That's what it's about. Funk fury. Conversion rate, a bad energy into something great is highest when you take it to the bar. Funk fury. That's just what we are. The ones who metabolize the difficult. Funk fury. Making it habitual to turn the bad day into something built. Funk fury. No bad day goes to waste. By the third set the meeting fades. Funk fury. The way it always trades. The sharp edge of whatever went wrong. For the dull, satisfying nick along. The muscles that were weak before today. Funk fury. That's how I repay the bad day for his visit. Put it to work. Funk fury. Nothing left to lurk. Walked in angry, walking out empty. Funk fury used up plenty of the bad. Funk fury. The conversion rate, a bad energy into something great is highest when you take it to the bar. Funk fury. bad day goes to waste. The best sessions often follow the worst days. Funk fury, the body doesn't know the difference between anger and intensity. Use it, funk fury, use every bad day. In with the meeting, walked out with the gains. Funk fury, the bad day built something.
Nobody remembers how you felt on the bad days. They see what you built anyway. Think about the sessions I almost skipped. Funk legacy, the ones where I flipped a coin in my head between the couch and the car. Funk legacy, the ones where the bar felt impossible and I went anyway. Funk legacy, those are the days that built the difference between who I am and who I would have been. Funk legacy, that's the program. Sessions you skip, leave nothing behind. Funk legacy, that's what you find. Years later, funk legacy, the body remembers everything. Funk legacy, every offering of a session on the days it wasn't easy. Funk legacy, believe me, the body keeps the ledger of the years. Funk legacy, through the doubts and fears, the compound interest of the discipline. Funk legacy, what you leave within. I wanna be old and still be able. Funk legacy, still at the table. A physical capability of 70. Funk legacy, that's what's meant for me. And every rep today, the deposit made into the legacy account. Funk legacy, pay in advance for the future version, standing strong. Funk legacy, that's the why all along. Built for 70, not for summer. Funk legacy, that's the number that matters. Funk legacy, the body remembers everything. Funk legacy, every offering of a session on the days it wasn't easy. Funk legacy, believe me, the body keeps the ledger of the years. Funk legacy, through the doubts and fears, the compound interest of the discipline. Funk legacy, what you leave within. 10 years from now, you'll either have the body of someone who showed up or didn't. Funk legacy, there's no middle ground, the ledger is honest. Funk legacy, pay it forward. Every rep today is a deposit. Funk legacy for the future. You compound interest. Funk legacy, show up.
Last rep of the last set of the whole session. This one matters most. Every other rep was practice for this one. Funk thunder under the gun of everything I said I'd finish today. Funk only way out is through the last rep, not around it. From thunder, the body found it somewhere between impossible and done. From thunder, this is the one. Last rep, the body says no. From thunder, the mind says go. From thunder, the last rep is the whole session. From thunder, learning every lesson about who you are when it's hardest to continue. From thunder, what's genuinely in you comes out on the last rep, not the first. From thunder, the moment of worst is where the character is built or broken. From thunder, last rep, no token. It's ugly, not clean, form slightly off. From thunder, the last rep soft compared to the standards of the earlier sets. From thunder, still counts, still gets the adaptation signal to the muscle. From thunder, through the hustle of an imperfect but completed rep. From thunder, last rep, next step. Ugly counts, ugly build. From thunder, ugly fills the gap. From thunder, the last rep is the whole session. From thunder, learning every lesson about who you are when it's hardest to continue. From thunder, what's genuinely in you comes out on the last rep, not the first. From thunder, the moment of worst is where the character is built or broken. From thunder, last rep, no token. The pretty reps build the body, the ugly last rep builds the person. From thunder, finish what you started, no matter what it looks like. From thunder, the rep counts, finish it. Last rep, done. From thunder, session complete. Go home, recover. Come back tomorrow. From thunder, and do it again. Same gym, same bar, different person. Every time I've been coming to this gym for 4 years now. Funky turn, no return. Somehow the same place keeps revealing something new. Funky turn, no return. Every view, but the same four walls changes with the person. Funky turn, no return. The version of me that walked in on day one. Funky turn, no return. And no one here now. Same walls, different eyes. Funky turn, no return. That's the prize. Funky turn, no return.
The cycle is the point.
Funky turn, no return.
Every joint in the process of coming back again.
Funky turn, no return.
And again and then.
Finding that the repetition is the teacher. Funky turn, no return.
The feature.
This life is the coming back to it. Funky turn, no return.
The cycle
Is the gift. Same exercises, different weights. Funky turn, no return. Different plates on the same bar, different hands. Funky turn, no return. Different stands on the same floor. Different floor. Funky turn, no return. Always more to discover in the familiar thing. Funky turn, no return. What the cycle brings. Familiar place, unfamiliar strength. Funky turn, no return. Any length of time reveals the change.
funky turn or return. The cycle is the point. Funky turn or return. Every joint in the process of coming back again. Funky turn or return. And again and then.
Finding that the repetition is the teacher.
Funky turn or return. The feature.
This life is the coming back to it.
Funky turn or return. The cycle
Is the gift. 4 years from now, same gym,
Funky turtle return.
different person, standing at the same bar, lifting different weight, same cycle, different you. Funky turn over turn, keep coming back, that's all it is. Keep coming back, same gym, same bar,
Funky turtle return.
different person every time.